How's it going, everybody? I'm Daniel, you're watching Daniel Tech, and this week something very unusual showed up at my office, and it actually came all the way from Bratislava, that's the capital of Slovakia. And if you actually read the title of this video, you know what I'm talking about. And there's a 4-meter long lightning cable. It's apparently the longest lightning cable you can get on the market right now. And if you're American or if you're used to the imperial system, 4 meters is a little bit over 13 feet. So like that's pretty damn big. So let's go ahead, open it up and run some tests and see how good this cable is. Okay, so let's go ahead and open it up. As I said, it came all the way from Slovakia. It's from a company called Noise. Okay, they reached me out and asked me if I could actually review their product and have a look and test it out and give my opinion. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So as showed, like, came in a pretty good box and like protected and everything. So that's pretty good because it's just a cable, but it just showed the attention to detail. If we continue, I'll pop this after. And then as I told you, Noise, that's a 4-meter lightning to USB cable, so you can use with your iPhone, with your iPad, and any other device that actually uses lightning port to connect to a computer or to a power source. Okay, see all the information, pretty good box. It actually looks like an Apple product. It's a very well finished box, and you have the idea of quality. Open it up and then you have the cable itself. So apart from the cable, as you can see, it's a pretty substantial and thick cable because it's 4-meter long, over 13 inches, as I said, 30 feet, as I said. And you have this leather band right here, and you have like Noise written on it. So you see, again, very good quality. So then you can actually strap everything together so it's not completely loose in a bag or in a purse if you're a woman or anything like that. Okay, so when you have a cable, there's not really a lot to do with it, but we have some things that we need to test. First off, we need to see the quality. So if you get the cable and you touch anywhere around the cable, you see that it is very firm and sturdy. Okay, it is actually much more sturdy than an original iPhone cable. I have one right here, and it is much weaker, if you know what I mean. It's much more flexible, and in a way that's pretty good that it's flexible, but you have problems like everybody's got a cable that is completely broken in this end, and that's because they're pretty thin and flexible, so the quality is not very good. Whereas the quality of this Noise cable, it is actually better, substantially better than the legit Apple cable, because it is thicker. As you guys can see, it is relatively thicker than on the original ones, as you guys can see right there. So just this fact that it's thicker, it means it's more robust, so it can endure much more time with playing and bending and anything else. So that's a very good thing. If we have another thing that is very important is the tips of the cable. Okay, as you guys can see, it's a customized tip. It says Noise right there, so it's pretty good looking. On the back is blank, and here you have the USB symbol and it's blank here. But as you guys can see, it is very well finished, right? It doesn't really seem like something that was not made with care or anything. You see that it's a lot of work devoted to this because you have a pretty good quality in your hands. And then the tips, these are the two most complicated parts, because these are the parts that generally fall apart or break, or you have some tears, and then the cables get the wires get exposed, and then all the problems generally originate from these two parts in a cable. And it is substantially stronger than an original iPhone cable, I can tell you that. So then, like, I'm 100% sure that if this breaks or if this has a problem, it's gonna be much longer than an original cable. Okay, so that's pretty good as well. And the third thing about this cable is something that you generally don't have in other, which is this leather band. And this is original leather. You can see the back part of it. So it's original leather, and it's actually Brazilian leather, so that's kind of cool. And it actually smells like leather, so that's pretty cool as well, because then you feel like you have a really good quality thing in your hands. Okay, just like half of it just fell here. So another thing that is very important is you see this huge cable right here, and then you think, why would I need such a long cable? And then I asked myself the same thing, but then I stopped thinking, and then I stopped and thought. We've all been in a situation where we are traveling and then we are in a hotel room and then you're sleeping and then right next to you, you don't have a socket, a power outlet. You just don't have one. It's just near a desk. So then how are you going to do it? a lot of people, like me included, like to sleep with their phones plugged, and then you want to have it right beside you. So then, like, with a normal cable you can't. With this one, you can easily plug it anywhere in your room that has an available outlet, and just like drag it all the way to your bed, and then like have the cable running across. And that's pretty cool. Another situation, an airport. You are in an airport, you have those hubs, so then you can connect any appliance, any gadget or anything. But then like the seats right next to it are already taken. So then you can actually go a few steps, a few lines, a few rows before it or ahead of it, and then you're be covered, because this is pretty damn long. Or even in your house, let's say you are in a balcony or you are in a living room, not in your room, because generally bedrooms have much more outlets, but living room, like dining rooms or balconies or things like that, they generally don't have so many sockets. And I'll demonstrate that so you can have an idea what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm outside, and this is the situation. I've got my iPhone and I've got this balcony in my house, okay? And as you guys can see, that's my only point where I can charge anything, right there. So I just put the power brick on it, and let's run a little bit of a test. Okay, so I've got the original iPhone cable right here in my hand, okay? So then I plug it up, all right? And that's how long it goes, okay? So if I need to charge anything, I'm gonna pretty much need to be standing there like an idiot if I'm in a party or something, or I'm gonna need to like drag this chair and then have my phone right here charging, and then I'm pretty much not gonna be able to use it because it's gonna be there. So charging right there, and then like that's pretty much the length of the thing. Whereas if I use the noise cable, things change a little bit. So let's remove that and just plug in the noise cable right there, okay? And then that's the other end, okay? And I can actually be all the way here if I want to. Okay, so I can be sitting on my table, I can be standing up here taking a look at the view, I can do pretty much whatever I want to do, okay? This runs pretty much all the way towards the end of the balcony. That's like over 2/3. And that's when the situation changes, because I get my phone, and then I plug it up, and then I'm charged up right here, all the way, doing my business, getting my phone charged. That's how handy it is. Okay, when I think of a cable, these are the things to think about. First of all is the build quality and the durability, and that we got covered. And then I think about practicality, and then we had a look at the balcony situation that I just showed. And then I think of two more things. First, the charging speed, and second, compatibility with the computer. Okay, so let's go a little bit of a Casey Neistat style on this one. So charging speed, that's what I wrote for you. So we've got the charging speed. I made a test with Apple versus noise, as you guys can see, and there's a 10-minute charge. With Apple, we went from 87% to 91% of the battery, that's 4% overall. And with the noise cable, in 10 minutes, we went from 82 to 87. That's a 5%. So noise is a clear winner on that one. That's obviously a not very scientific test, but that really shows that worst case scenario, this is gonna charge the same speed as your original out-of-the-box Apple cable. Keep in mind that I use my original cable on this test, that one that I showed, and then I use this power brick for both of the scenarios, okay, and on the exact same power outlet, okay, so there's no room for error, okay. All right, so let's test compatibility. I've got my phone connected to the cable, okay, and then I'm gonna put the other end on my Mac. Okay, let's like put it in there. And as you guys can see, charged, okay? My iTunes is set not to open automatically, so let's just open it up. And then, as you guys can see right there, let me just zoom in a little bit so you guys have an idea what I'm talking about. As you guys can see, that's Daniel's iPhone, okay? Right there. Daniel's iPhone 6, okay? So, and as you guys can see, just go back a little bit. That's perfect. it is syncing, Daniel, step 2 of 5. Okay, so it is syncing, so it means it recognizes and it works perfectly as if it's an original cable. And it's asking me if you want to back up and encrypt backup, so I'm going to put encrypt backup. So it's just backing up. Okay, I'm canceling that because I don't want to do it now. So it's backing up and doing all the information as expected. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. I'm done here, and I think I covered everything there is to be covered regarding a cable. And my conclusion after all of that is this is a very good cable. Quality, compatibility, works with your computer, charges at the same speed or even faster than an original cable, is very convenient, is very practical, and I would just recommend having a look at it, and then if it interests you, go ahead and buy it because it is a very good deal. I'm gonna have a link in the description right there, so then you can have a look at their website and place an order or anything like that. And I really appreciate if you can like this video and subscribe to my channel, because as you know, it really helps me out and it gives me the strength to continue filming and creating better and better content for you. So that's pretty much it, and don't forget to click the bell icon right next to the subscribe button, so then you get notified whenever I post a new video. That's pretty much it, and I'll catch you guys next week. Bye bye.